Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Now I know it's been a while, in fact it's probably been all summer since I've only put one video out over summer, and I do apologise for that if you've been waiting for a new video. I've just been on holiday relaxing and then back to work because I work in a school, so yeah, I've been finding the time hard to find the time, should I say, to make a new video, but that hasn't stopped me buying new CDs and adding to my collection. I am surrounded by stuff here on the floor of things that I've been picking up over the summer, from record fairs to going CD hunting in towns and to going to car boots and just picking things up offline. So I'm going to be making a few more videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. You know me, and when I say weeks, that probably means you might get one every month until Christmas, but I'm going to try and get some more out quicker than that in the build up to Christmas to show you what I've been buying in that. But first of all, before that, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen a post recently where I got some new deliveries through the letterbox, and I'm going to show you them now, what I picked up. And that would be these two things here, these two items. Picked them both up off eBay over the last week or so. So I know what's in them, I'm going to show you now what I've got in them. So I'm going to open up this one first. And this one is, now I saw this one online when I was on eBay, when I was just looking through 90s indie CD singles. It came up and it was free postage, and I never heard of this band before. So it's a new one to me, and I can promise it's probably going to be a new band to you. I've not even listened to this, so I don't know what it sounds like, but this is the band Chuck and their first single, Deep, and this came out in 1995. Now, despite what it says there, it's still got the price tag from Haywards. Never heard of Haywards. I don't know if you can see it on the screen there. It says $5.99. I did not pay $5.99 for this off eBay. I paid $2.99 and it was free postage. But yeah, I saw the cover of this telephone wire hanging down with a goldfish there at the bottom. And I thought, oh, I've never heard of that band before, so I'm going to check it out. I picked this, like I said, I got this off eBay. Now, research I have done while waiting for this to come through the post is that this band was from Nottinghamshire, and that this is released on Fire Records. It's got the single Deep, and then it's got Sink or Swim, and All You Need Is in brackets, and then the third song on it is called Wow at Parties. And like I said, this is from 1995, released on Fire Records. It's also released on 7-inch single. Now, Chuck also did release an album a year later in 1996, so I will definitely be looking to add that to the album collection. That's growing behind me and is desperately needs updating, because like I said, I've got albums here on the floor that I haven't put in yet. So yeah, now also what I found about the band Chuck is that this single was actually on John Peel's playlist and is in his archive of 4th of November 1995. It's in a listing that mentions this single Deep by the band Chuck. So yeah, when I've listened to it, I will give a future update on what I think about it. But it's still wraps. You've just seen me take out the envelope there. That is Chuck and Deep. Now, the next one I do know about, and this is a bundle that I've picked up, and I saw this and I knew I had to get it for the price of what it was. I knew I had to get it. So let's get into this one. Let's get into this. And I can't wait to be playing through these, to be honest. And do you know what? I wish I had one of them 90s. Forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. Is it Awa or Aiwa stereo systems? I want one. I'm actively looking for one. You know, them big stereo stacking systems by Aiwa that had 2 cassettes, and then you had the visualizer, and then like a 3 or 5 spinning disc, and we could have 3 or 5 CDs in, and the record player on top. I'm actively looking for one of them. But I wish I had one so I could put all these in at the same time and play them. Oh man, I'm just getting this out here now. It's really packed in, this is. Man, I wish I had a pair of scissors on me. It's in like a plastic wallet as well. Now this band is from Nottinghamshire again. But this band, like I say, I've known about for several years now. And it is an indie rock hidden gem. If you haven't heard of these, you definitely need to go check them out. And that is the band, I'm going to show you this one, the song that I know by them, the band The Highbirds. Now the Highbirds, active from, let me just check my little notes here on the section. These singles came out across 97 and 98. And this bundle here I picked up for £6. So I thought it was a right bag. 4 CDs for £6. And it is pretty much it is the whole Highbirds CD single discography. So I am only missing the album and I'll have the whole Highbirds discography. Now, so the Highbirds were signed to Heavenly Records. So yeah. And their biggest hits, I'm going to go through the biggest hits now, and that's 2 of these singles. And that is, so yeah, the biggest hits, I say hits, these 2 singles only crept into the top 100, and that is the See Me Through. This is an absolutely amazing song. Definitely go on YouTube, find it, give it a listen. And that comes with this 3 more songs, Good, You and The Only Ones. And like I said, this did creep into the top 100. I'm just going to check my little notes here that I've made. This came in, I believe it went to 92, and the next one went to this got to 96. The next one I'm going to show you went to 92. So that's See Me Through. Let me have a look at the disc. Ah yeah, it's nice, heavenly across there. Very nice. Nice and clean, should I say. That's very clean. Yeah, I like that. And the next one, this one did go to 92. And that is the single 24. And 24 had the songs Where I Want to Be and Tell Me. So there's quite a few extra songs included on them. And these next 2 didn't chart. And that is the single Stranded. And that comes with 2 more songs, Freedom Fire and Morning Song. And then this next one is their first CD single release, so the artwork is different. And that is the Highbirds and Take You Down. Maybe it's called an EP. Maybe it is an EP, but it doesn't say EP on it. It just says Take You Down. Well, none of the songs are called Take You Down on it. The songs are 17, Reeling, Peter Take Me Down, not Take You Down, and then The Only Ones Part 2. The Only Ones Part 2 was their first release, but it was on a very low budget 7-inch single, and then they moved on to this. So yeah, that is that. Now like I've said, that is their whole CD single discography, £6, and they are in incredible condition. These are digipacks. There's very limited scuffing on any of these, apart from they just fell out of the packet then when I opened it, but there's no damage there. They are all in immaculate condition. I can't complain with that. And for £6 I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 songs. Potentially a lot of them not on the album, I haven't checked, but I will just go online, I feel, and pick up the album, and then I've got the whole discography. And interesting thing then, just moving on to a side note about buying things online. When it comes to obscure stuff like Chuck and the Highbirds, I'm nearly swaying. In fact, I'm practically borderlining. I'm just going to start buying them online as and when I see them. Not and rapidly go out and buy everything all at once. I'm not a millionaire. I can't do that. But if it's there online every other month, I'm just going to pick one up. And I think that probably goes to some of the more mainstream stuff as well from the early 90s. So things like the Wonder stuff and lots of shoegaze things, you know, Ride, Northside, Mock Turtles, you know, albums that are out there. I know they're out there, but I don't have the time to go out record shopping. I don't have a record. I have a record store in Scunthorpe, but it's absolutely rubbish and doesn't have anything. But just going to car boot sales and stuff like that and second-hand stores, I could be waiting another 10, 15 years. I might to find these things. You know, it could be waiting even longer. Could be waiting absolutely longer, and it's bonkers. So let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts. Would you, if you was in my position or in your own position, just be going out online and buying them? I know it's the easy option and it's sort of removes the thrill of the hunt. And don't get me wrong, I do love the thrill of the hunt. And when I'm out there going to record fairs and stuff, I get excited when I find a new thing. If I found that at a record fair, do you know what I mean? I would be on top of the world, but it's getting to the record fairs. And I've been to several record fairs this year and there's no CDs there. So it's like cost me more in petrol to actually go and be there when I've come away empty-handed, because there's not there. And even stuff, more mainstream stuff, like I said, I don't have any of the Wonder Stuff albums that I want to add to my collection. I've never seen one out in the wild, ever. Whether it be car boot, record fair, charity shop, never. And they were massive in the early 90s. Never found one. Do you know what I mean? Same goes for the Charlatans. I have never seen a Charlatans album out in the wild. Never. And you know, Charlatans were massive. Late 90s to the end of the 90s. Massive albums. Never seen one. It's bands like that, you know, you think, oh, common, I'll pick them up. They're not common. I can't find them. I have struggled to find them anywhere. I ended up picking up in bundles, which I always look for online, buying bundles and then selling on doubles that I pick up in the bundle. I find that's a cheaper option, a better option for me. But yeah, I'm so happy with these. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you've heard of any of these bands. I hadn't heard of Chuck beforehand. I knew of the Highbirds. So yeah, thank you for watching as always.